I'm sure we'll all meet those on the other side of the table. It's time that we understand many of the things that the company is doing and Dr. Stephen's personal new ventures. We'll start with the lovely lady in. Oh, okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jane, and I work with Premium Times. Good afternoon, and I work with Founder.
Good afternoon, members of press. My name is Farouk Usman, MD Gvest, also PR and marketing communications for Gtext Holdings. With me I have engineer Osuki as well, our incoming CEO for investor in Gtext Holdings, chairman of Gtext Holdings. Yes, investor, Mr. Izu Wama, who is also a consultant with Gtext, part of our board of advisors as well. And then I have Mrs. Vivian Amechi, who is our GED South region for sales for the holdings company. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. We'll waste our time any further. I'm going to let other people that know more than I do the talking. But before we do the talking, this press conference is on the cable. Okay. Oh wow, that was a lot of noise. Okay. So before all the people are here, I just want to give us a bit of a brief of anniversary of the company, and so there's going to be a praise event right after this for those who want to, dance and get their boogie on. But before we go on, I'll ask Mr. Farouk to talk about the new SEC license.
Renting out houses to people as well. What we've been able to do also in Dubai is to raise over $100 million worth of properties for clients to be able to get rental income and capital appreciation. Managing over 100 houses in Dubai. In the US as well, we have a $200 million portfolio that we're also growing. What has this done? This has also shown that Gtext can start a business from zero capital and move to millions and millions of nairas and also in dollars. And what we're also able to do is to replicate that same process to investors. And we believe this SEC license will help us to continue this process and help investors have more confidence in us, be able to go into the general public, capital markets, raise more funds to help our projects here in Nigeria and also abroad.
Thank you, Mr. Farouk. That was a lot of information.
Board approved the acquisition of an existing license. In the next 30 to 60 days, it will write to SEC for change of management and change of name, right? So because is a license that already exists, and we felt it's a lot better to get an existing one than to necessarily start a new one from scratch. That needed to be emphasized. Thank you.
Next, I will invite.
Okay, I say move closer. All right, thank you. My name is Bukola Lukon. I'm the Group Chief Operating Officer of Gtexthomes. To clarify on what, thank you everyone for being part of this celebration of ours. To clarify on what Mr. Farouk mentioned about the US expansion. We have been in business for the past 17 years, and one of the things that our chairman has been able to do is to see, that's why we call him the eagle. So he has seen ahead the future of the business in Nigeria, and that's why we decided to expand to USA, to Dubai, to Doha, to UK as well. So we have a team in Dubai, they're handling the operations of Dubai. We have the teams working for Doha, the UK team, we have the operation team for USA as well. So these entities are working and running on their own, but with the same vision. I hope I was able to clarify.
So thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Mr. Fala, for that clarification. It was very important because sometimes we see that.
And what she just alluded to, I know it didn't sound like it was an important contribution, but it is. We've had situation, for example, where transaction happened with our Dubai business. I'll give you a very practical one. We've done over $100 million in transaction in Dubai business. And we've had a situation where we had 3 clients who defaulted on the developer they were, because in Dubai we're a brokerage firm. We have people sell, we have developers sell. And we make sure that every customer pay directly to the developer involved. Okay? And we've had a situation where 3 customers out of the over 100 we had, defaulted on their payment and the developer canceled their unit. Okay? Rather than go to Dubai legal process with the person you paid to, where are we hearing the story? Nigerian press. Right? At some point, a particular lawyer who said was representing one of those clients went online. We had to report him to Nigerian Bar Association. Went to be tweeting. This is a transaction in Dubai. And Dubai is very well regulated compared to Nigeria. So, but, if you have any concern, go and treat it. So we're seeing a situation whereby things are being muddled up. Once the name Gtext is mentioned, right? Nobody is asking to say, these are different companies, right? Is it the US one? Is it the Dubai one? Is it the UK one? Even the Gtext, is it land you did? Is it house you did? Is it agriculture you did? Is it ICT and things like that? So we want to have a clear, 10 years in real estate development, 17 years as a registered company. It's good to start clarifying that there are different entities, different companies, registered separately, different boards, different management, different investors involved. And so that we don't use it. For example, there's a decision by an agency of government that we believe we're raising funds for our US business, but there's an assumption that the funds was for what? A Nigerian business. And so you as a regulator, you are standing up to say, oh, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. But you didn't ask and say, which of these people's business is doing that? I don't know whether I'm making sense at all. Which one? Which country? Yes, because we started in Nigeria, a huge number of our customers remain Nigerians in diaspora. So there's a huge number of our customers in our Dubai business that are from Nigeria, right? Buying property from us in Dubai. But they are not only Nigerians, right? There are huge Nigerians investing with us in UK or in US, but not all of them are Nigerians. So it's easy for me, for example, to be living in US and I have a customer care issue about Gtext, and I only did business with their US business, and come and be reporting it in Nigeria as though that can solve the problem. Instead of me to go to the US office and talk to the US team and say, hey, I have done business with this your subsidiary, and we're also making this same conversation, we are pushing it across to our investors to also understand the different entities. Even directors' ownership structure is totally different, in each country that we operate in. So we feel this was a very, very important conversation as we evolve, because as you grow and as you expand, things will happen. There's no way a company will last 20 years and there won't be one issue or the other. But it's good when it is addressed based on what exactly is the conversation. Else it get muddled up and we don't even know the clear conversation. There's something we call, I don't know what's the word, is it the whisper? Where if I whisper something to this man now, what will eventually come out here is a totally reported speech. It's a totally different, and then you are trying to understand, what exactly is the cause. So we've seen too many rumors and counter rumors about the organization online that sometimes we just say, hey, like you Punch now, I have an issue with you people. You wrote about me when it's my consulting firm, $18,000 coaching went viral. None of you say you didn't see it, right? Punch decided to now write, EFCC warns Nigerians against, right, schemes, linked it with CBEX. Haba! Now you are surprised months later, a regulator is mentioning one of our companies. It's correlation. Nigeria is a place, we don't work with data. When somebody reports this person, I just Google and say, Punch said, scheme. It be like saying him. That's how Nigeria works. So please, I understand you want to sell your newspaper, but some of these things have far-reaching effects on an international organization. Far-reaching. Okay, far-reaching effect. We had a transaction we wanted to do in the US. What we even did was our lawyer wrote a, what's it called? A defamatory warning, right? I remember the people, partner involved, they said, you have a court case. We said, ah, which court case? They said, there's a legal. We said, we are the one warning. So when you do business international, you know, there are things we do in Nigeria that is normal, right? Somebody raise stories about somebody else. It's normal. A guy, you drag gun, drag me too, I go drag your own. You even see PR people say, okay, go talk your own too, right? But in developed clime, two different things. They already have assumed, those partners already assume there's already a court case. Right? Meanwhile, there wasn't even a court case. We were the one who our lawyer wrote warning against certain things said about our organization. So we are 10 years, we are no longer a small company, we are not new anymore. That's the construction business. Now, the holding business is 17 years, we are not new anymore. But we think that it's important for things to be done with clarity, so that we don't have this assumption. Rumors doesn't help businesses, right? And you need to also know it's not everything one can be replying. I don't know whether I'm making sense at all, because even your reply in itself sometimes is another, you know. And you know, we have this way. We are not politicians. We are business people, right? I know some people are able to do that. They are bigger entrepreneurs than us, and you people know them, who are able to do press conference almost every week, right? Give it, I give you. Give me, I give you. But not all of us have a business that can work in that way. So please, again, we feel it's important to intimate those of you in the press that it's important to clarify which company did you have business with. We know they bear Gtext, but you know, there are different, I'll give you an example. There could be a company now that has started operation in Nigeria, and they decide to open office in Dubai, but it's still the Nigerian business. Gtext is different. The Dubai business is a separate business selling something separate. I don't know that you understand. It's not selling Nigerian products. The US business is selling US products, not selling Nigerian products. Totally different people.
Or is it a Nigerian company?
It's not the founder or the lead investor is a Nigerian. Do you see the point? No, you can't link them, because there are other investors who are not even Nigerians.
The other board members.
There are board members who are not Nigerians. We'll get there. There are other board members who are not Nigerian. I don't know whether you understand. There are other investors who are not Nigerian, because our story is a unique story. And God helping us, in the next 10 years, many of us will appreciate what a company like Gtext has done for the image of Nigeria. Because when we're in Nigeria, all of us are excited. Oh, there's a Dangote, there's a Tony, go outside Nigeria, you don't hear barely. When you hear Nigeria is Yahoo, scam, you don't hear us that, oh, a company originated from Nigeria and is here in US, is here in Dubai. Now in Nigeria, how many companies originated from US that is here? Microsoft, Google, give me now. Even Julius Berger, did they originate from Nigeria? No. We can go on and on. But you go outside and give me one brand that these countries can say, these people expanded from Nigeria and came here. And this is something good. And it's good for the image of the country that we're able to begin to have companies like that, because it starts seeing us in a different way. Oh, I know this company. The lead investor is a Nigerian, but they're doing well in Houston. They're doing well in Texas. It starts changing the way. I know rooms I enter outside Nigeria that once I wear my agbada, I say, oh, Nigerians, until I start talking, say, he's intelligent. Oh, he's successful. I'm like, what do you people think we are? right? There are white people who think that when they enter Nigeria, they will see monkeys jumping. But we also don't help our own narrative. We don't. We don't help our own narrative. So the negativity continues. So we're one of the few people, we can't be fighting internationally trying to say, give us a chance. And back at home, am I making sense at all? We also have, people being used, bloggers being sponsored. We need to clarify them. If I have an issue with a company, I should mention it and make it detailed and express the company I have issues with, right? And not model them up. But internally, the board also has approved that we also make adjustments. So you soon see Gtext Holding USA. You soon start seeing, proper labeling so that we do not see too much of just people just saying Gtext. No, this one is Gtext Holding Dubai. This one is, and I think we do that with Gtext Suites, our subsidiary. You see Gtext Suites Dubai, Gtext Suites Doha, just so that you know the particular city they operate in, and you don't just assume and bring, So please, this is very important.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming over. My name is Engineer Sonny Osuki. I have a civil engineering background. I have 32 years of experience. 32 years of working experience. I've worked in the industry for 32 years. So I'm coming into Gtext with a lot of experience to ensure that the construction hand of the Gtext company is we meet the innovation, that we meet the requirements of our clients and subscribers. So, and the focus here, am I audible enough?
Not really, sir.
Okay.
You're audible, but I think, their own mic needs to
Okay.
what you are saying. Or do you want to exchange seats?
No, it's okay. It's okay. Okay. Sorry for that mix-up and delay. I would just want to let the press know that Gtext as an organization is opening the construction arm of the business. And that arm is to meet the expectations of our subscribers and excellent deliverables, holding on to our core values, which is lined up on integrity, teamwork, and sustainability, and confidentiality. And the whole essence of having this construction arm of it is to separate the business we are doing, just like the chairman has explained, that as we are selling land, we are equally developing and building them. So that's what the construction team is going to do. We are not just going to build the land that we have offered, we are going to provide infrastructure. And that will be my responsibility to lead the team that we have to ensure that we meet the best practice, not having buildings that will be collapsing or buildings that will be flooded, is to meet the expectations of our clients nationally and globally. So I think with the team we have in Lagos and in Abuja, the sky is the limit for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
The largest real estate conference in the world in a tent. The current largest is 2,500, and that's in Dubai. Ours is still a bit unique because it's now in a tent. That one's just largest real estate conference, and it's 2,500. We are targeting 10,000 participants. It's a real estate festival event. There will be, in fact, the conference starts in the morning, 10 a.m., ends around 3 p.m. Then there's party that will last, till about 7 p.m. celebrating. In fact, that's where we are now wrapping up our 10th year anniversary in the construction business. And it will be taking place at our flagship estate called Jasper Gardenia in Ibejuleki, Lagos, in Lekki town. So because we needed to design a tent that can take 10,000 people, we needed enough space for parking, those kind of, you'll be shocked to know there's no hotel in Lagos that can take 10,000 people. right? There's no event center that can take 10,000 people as of now. So to really attempt such record, we need to go a bit outskirts. But it's good because we're also going to project what's going on in that axis. Remember, there's a free trade zone, there's a seaport, there's an airport coming in Ekpe as well. So it will, project that aspect of Lagos and the beauty of that. And people will also see that particular estate and the vision we have for that estate as well. The vision for us is we have to partner with 200 buses. We have to provide food for 10,000 people. We have to provide, by the way, we're also going to be targeting 100,000 virtual attendees to attend from all over the world as well, virtually. We're also going to have to, we're willing to partner, with different companies like FMBs, or what do you call them? Right, consumer moving, FCMG companies, because FMCG, thank you, FMCG companies, fast consumer moving goods, right? So as we hope that, as well as different corporations, anybody that your mass market, retail market, because a lot of the people there's we can do a lot of product partnerships, for people to test your product, have an idea of it. So we're willing to work, including other real estate companies can partner with us on this. We're willing to work with as many people who want to work with us on this. But for us, it's 10 years in real estate business. We need to, demonstrate some. And if you really look at one of our biggest strengths, aside that we now have lands in more than 30 locations in Nigeria, aside that we're now in Qatar, Dubai, UK, US, one of our biggest strengths has been training. Okay, we have invested heavily, particularly my personal brand, which is probably why I told me saying Dr. Steven is attempting, but we're not putting it for me as a person. We're putting in for the company, because we currently have a unique challenge, right, where my own personal brand is stronger than the company brand. But we need to push the company brand more, right? Because I don't live in Nigeria anymore. And because I'm attempting to expand internationally, if everything still has my name on it, okay, it doesn't help us, there's just going to be too much distraction. Hence the need to let the company also begin to come forward. Yes, some of our leaders are a bit more conservative than I do, but it doesn't change that we've come this far because of the collective efforts. There are people here who have been here for the last 7 years, 10 years, 8 years. Yeah, we'll get into that. They've put in their life into this business. And we think that it's time to do things more as a company rather than the founder, who is no longer even running the day-to-day. I no longer run the day-to-day of Nigerian business operations. So we're applying as a company, Gtexthomes that is doing the application, and we're doing it together. We'll be having different speakers. In fact, we are hoping that this Guinness World Record will also help put clarification to real estate issues. We also help bring confidence into the sector. I know many of us are aware that there's challenges with confidence in the sector. If you hear that 177 estate has been declared illegal, those things affect customers, investors' confidence. So we are hoping to partner with Lagos State government. We're going to be pushing out letters very soon. We hope the governor will also be one of our keynote speakers. We hope that all the key ministries as well, ministers for housing, so that we can tell the whole world, because Guinness Book of Record gives you that global eye on you, right? And tell the whole world the real estate sector in Nigeria is alive, is doing well, and everybody should come and invest. Thank you. If you want to clap, please clap well. Thank you. Good time. A joke. Again, I think my challenge is because I live in the US, there are certain jokes that those in the US get, but doesn't resonate with Nigerians because they are not based there. And being that larger audience that I have are based in Nigeria, so sometimes the joke is not connecting. So when Trump came in the second time, a lot of, because there was now secretary of this, secretary of that, just similar to, I think something similar had happened in Nigeria, where, you know, when you are just appointing this, appointing that. So different people had to do their own banner. It was a joke. If you read that, you will see that it says it's a joke. But people don't even bother. You know, so it's a joke that, oh, I'm not, there's no portfolio like that in America. Such portfolio does not even exist. Okay, but it was a joke. And it was there that it was a joke. Okay, but again, if part of what was even said in that write-up, if you read it, it says most of you will not read this write-up to know that this is a joke. So, and that's all actually what then happened. So, but back to the Sassy Holdings. Sassy Holdings, we realized that there are phases to entrepreneurship. So there's a phase where, you know, you start a small company. This company 17 years ago started digital marketing. We built blogs, we built websites when we started. That was the business, you know, digital marketing, IT. You know, but at that point, small business, I'm very involved, you know, day-to-day running. There's another phase where you then bring what we call corporate governance, right? You now have boards. By the way, Baba Michael Kiro sends his regards. He's the chairman of the board. But, you know, Arase's burial is today. He started, I think, a few days ago, and I think probably ends today or tomorrow. So he couldn't make it here. So 2 years ago, we then incorporated a board. We had a group CEO, Mr. Rana Ijaz. He's joining us virtually. I hope he's able to speak as well. Right? Can Mr. Rana also drop a word? So he operates from Dubai because he's not in Nigeria, but he's always been in Dubai this year. So, but he leads the global operations. And that's 2 years ago. So I then pulled back. And as I pulled back, I started investing more in mentorship, encouraging other smaller businesses, put corporate governance in place. Don't run a one-man business. You know, begin to lead team. You know, build a team around your business. But for me, it was also searching for what's next, right? Which is, for me, the next phase is investing in other businesses. Because as I started mentoring businesses, I realized that funding remains a crucial problem. Okay? Not every company can start with 1,000 naira, $10 like we started 17 years ago. In fact, on social media, you see people say, I love your story, I love everything, but that part that you are claiming to start 1,000 naira, I beg, remove that part. And you see a lot of younger entrepreneurs being a bit upset about those things. So funding is a critical issue. Okay, and so we felt what a private equity firm is able to do is not just fund businesses, but really help them scale, right? Because not too many companies started 17 years ago and can tell you they are now in 4 continents, not as trying to sell the product of Nigeria, but that in those continents they were selling the products in those places. Right? So we need more of that. And I keep telling people, how do you rate nations? It's from the companies. Everybody's talking Chinese, China. How many of us have even been to China? But all of you can mention, you know, CCCEC, have you? You know the China company that is doing the rail. You know the China company that is doing what? The roads. You know the various Chinese companies here and there doing one product or the other. If Nigeria wants to rebrand, Nigeria has to export her entrepreneurs who have done well here. To say, we need you to also go and tell our stories outside. The UAE has done it. Who is the owner of Emirates Stadium? You see where I'm going now? Who is the owner of Etihad Stadium? Is it a British company? You see where I'm going. So these people understand the fact that marketing has to be done internally and externally. And part of how you do it externally you start investing in businesses outside your country. And people now know, look at the joy of seeing that a Dangote refinery in Nigeria, right, was able to supply fuel to the US. See, that is how you change the reputation of a nation. It's not by, you know, shouting every day, we're all not Yahoo Yahoo, we're all not 419. That's not how it's going to work. Is that they want to see the impact of your companies in their own soil as well. So for us, the private equity firm is able to raise money globally, invest in businesses both locally and internationally. Again, like we said, we are no longer a Nigerian business. We started from Nigeria. We're not denying our roots, but we're a global business. So we're going to be officially launching Sasi Holdings in Singapore, right? We have some big names in the country, multi-billionaires who are coming on that board. Yeah, so it's a big, it's a big move. It's not even one of those small moves. Big move, and it's global, and we're investing in businesses internationally and locally. So, and we want to appeal to Nigerians to respect that, not the one you start dragging. I mean, companies have invested in Nigeria, they are buying company in US. This thing is both ways, right? As UAE solve all their problems, as somebody who lived in Dubai for 3 years before I moved to the US, no. Okay, but since when have they started investing in the UK? 10 years ago, 20 years ago. They didn't have all the solutions yet. So we hope we keep orientating our people that there's a huge need for that. But yes, the next phase for me is not running businesses anymore. Is look at this business, you've run it to this level, okay? Can we put corporate governance structure? Can we pump in money? Can we take it to the next level for you, internationally as well as locally? That is the new phase. Is it that we sold more houses in Dubai than we sold in Nigeria? The answer is simple. Our problem in the real estate sector, and I hope this goes in the news as well, started during COVID. And let nobody deceive you in the real estate sector. Every real estate company in Nigeria has its own challenges. It's either you took loan to build houses during that period, and then you are struggling because even the loan you took couldn't finish the houses you built. Now you are defaulting on some of those loans, right? There is those companies who face that unique problem. There are those who didn't take loan, but subscribers gave them money. We had 11 subscribers as at the time post-COVID, right? We remember 4 contractors abandoned our site on one project, 4. This contractor will start, he's supposed to get to a milestone. He will not reach the milestone, and he will announce to us that he will need to pay more money than what has been agreed. So we change the contractor, get another contract, another one will come. So after a while, we realize that this inflation is not something, so someone who paid you, for example, 37 million for 3-bedroom, we started realizing that the thing is becoming, you even need, even minus your profit, you need like 40 million to complete. Cement had started moving from 3,000. We all know what cement is now, over 10,000. Iron rod, sand, we used to buy sand then, 20,000, you know, is it 30,000? Shola, where is Shola? 30,000 per trip. Now it's 150,000, 200,000. So the prices went up. So some of these companies who had said, okay, collected money from 1,000 customers, 500 customers, so how would they cope? Right? And when they then come back to the customers to say, please add more money, Gtext will have also been caught up in that. But we had 11 customers, we said, you know what? We are going to refund you back. You'll be glad to know we refunded over 1 billion naira. Just refund you back, no fight, let's move on. Then we had about 3 who agreed to say they were adding more money. And we are glad to say those ones got their housing and they've been making money from rental income. We then focus on doing 4 units here, 6 units there, 10 units here, just smaller pocket projects here and there, right? And that is the reason why we can stand tall and celebrate 10-year anniversary. What we then did, which was also good, was to say expand internationally, right? Because you don't have that level of inflation. Then buy more land. The inflation doesn't affect land as much as it's just what is affecting is your infrastructure on the land. Fence the land, do all of that. So we moved from just having, during COVID, we had just 5 locations that we have land, to today we have over 30 locations in Nigeria alone. We're not counting outside Nigeria where we have land. So for us, we are grateful to God for that wisdom and that foresight, because it has then helped reduce the burden. There are some who also did syndication where, okay, you can put money together, give us the money, let's build houses for you. And then their clients are complaining today. And I'm saying this not because we're affected, but you see, what affects another real estate company affects Gtext too. Because once people start complaining about one company or the other, it touches, you know. And unfortunately, one of the things I've seen in the sector is a dog-eat-dog attitude, where you will see a real estate company telling other investors to say they are the bad ones, we were good ones. The Yoruba will say ojú ẹ̀ ọ̀run ó tọ́ ẹyẹ fò láì farakanra is wide enough. We don't need to sabotage each other to grow this sector. This sector has not even touched 5%. Opportunities are endless. I want to encourage everyone, if you want to come into the sector, please come in. We need more people in the sector. And I want to beg the media, don't let people use the media to bring down another company just to grow. We need to ask questions. What really are the issues? Another issue that I want to raise here. Coastal Road, we lost about over 5 acres due to the Coastal Road. We made sure none of our customers was affected. We reallocated, because we always buy more land than we sell. Every land we buy, we only sell 50% of it. So we're able to, because we want to use the remaining 50% for our own housing. So we're able to reallocate every single customer. We also have another property also in that Coastal Road, where to our surprise, the high-tech, what is it, high-tech, that is doing the road, has taken over our land. At first, there were crises on the land. They demolished our fence, took over the land, and we were looking. Some people say it's from Lebanese. Before we say Jack Robinson, we are seeing high-tech there. Our lawyers are going to be writing them, and we're taking that up with them as well. But that's also another issue that we face, where you are having issues of land. You know, you buy this land, you're having to pay twice, you are paying 3 times. These are part of the issues we are facing. You also have situation by, you think this documentation was enough, before you know they bring a new policy, right? And sometimes those policies are not well marketed, so that you are even aware what the government is doing, what the new policies are. So I want to appeal to investors in our sector, whether you invested with our company or any other company, please, not every real estate company is a scammer. Not every real estate company set out to defraud you, right, or to play games. Not every. Nigeria is a country that you can do everything right and end up being wrong. If you doubt me, go and read Otedola's book. I dropped the mic.
Yes, 17 members in Gtexthomes family. Your loyalty, wisdom, dedication continue to inspire us all. And we are honored today, as always. So, so first on the list, we have Mr. Kintayo. Oh, no. Okay, all right. Should I mention the years?
No, just move on to the next person.
The next person. Okay, next on the list, we'll have Ms. Bukola Lukan.
Stand up now.
Thank you.
No, I don't want to get it.
I know. I want to know for you.
No, don't pass it.
Okay.
Mr. Morgan is not here, so I'll skip that.
No.
Hold on.
All right, thank you.
Let him present now.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
8 years.
8 years.
Okay. On behalf of, good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Gtext Holding and Gtexthomes, I present to you the 8 years of your commitment, loyalty, and dedication to the company.
Thank you.
Next on the list, we have Mr. Farouk Usman.
A security man who's been there from day one, and I think it's really inspiring. We've seen him get a lot of perks, but he's still been here as same security man, but of course, over the years, he's built a lot of respect for us. From when Gtext was in a small office in Ogba, I still remember, it was almost like a face me, face you. I always used to wonder why you needed security in that type of place. You know, but 8 years after, we've moved to Banana Island, all the places, and he's still there. And I think that in itself is very inspiring. I'm sure his kids should be graduates by now, thanks to that as well. So, on behalf of
I wanted to even read his acknowledgement speech.
Yeah, praise events. Everybody will speak.
Thank you. Next on
How many years? 8 years.
6 years.
Yes, so.
Next on the list is Justina.
Your suit, eh? She's the longest serving office assistant that we've had as well.
Who has opened small shop to be selling things in the office? Thank you, ma.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Next on the list is Next on the list we have Mr. Shola Bade. Next on the list we have Mr. Benjamin. Next on the list we
Why is you are not doing this? Farouk, why you not using your answers?
That's what you mean.
Next on the list. Next on the list.
All right, it might be important to note that this is not just a plaque. Every plaque comes with cash gifts, land, and all expense-paid trip. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
All expense paid trip, and they're getting a cash gift. For being long for our industry, we don't always have people. People are not lawyers. Employees are part of the problem of the real estate sector because they move from one company to another, sabotage the company. And so when we see people who have been loyal to a brand like this, they are worth celebrating. And trust me, our industry is very hard to find people, stay that long in any company. And we're proud of all of them. And I want to say thank you to you guys. And that's why for us, going forward, we want to push, because these are the people who do the job. Everybody all the time is my name I keep hearing. I'm in US, enjoying my life. These are the people doing the hard work every day to make sure the company moves forward. And we appreciate them. I know Handler is going to be doing a documentary for each of them, interview, and so we're going to be pushing on social media a lot of their stories, and almost like a movie of some sort, because they deserve it. They deserve to be celebrated, and we believe this will encourage other people that loyalty pays as well, right? And for us, Gtext is not a one-man business. It's about the collective, we are trusting God that in 2 years' time, some of them will have completed 10 years. We're adding a car to it by the 10th year, for them. And by the 15th year, everybody that does 15, they'll get a house given to them by the company. Right. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. On first as well, I would like to say thank you to Dr. Stephen. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to serve. Thank you, Mr. Izu, for the guidance as well. Thank you to Mrs. Akintayo as well. She's been a great source of inspiration to every one of us. We just want to say thank you to our clients as well for the opportunity to serve you. We are promising that we would serve you better the next 10 years to come in Jesus' name. Thank
you. My name is Stephen Akinza. I'm the chairman, Sassi Holdings, which is the major equity owners of Gtexthomes.
Give us an overview of what you have done here.
Well, we're here to celebrate 10 years of our real estate company. You remember we didn't start as a real estate company, but our real estate arm is 10 years in Nigeria. And we're also here to celebrate the employees who have been with us. There are over 14 of them who have been with us all these employees who have been with us all these years. So it's to award them. They're getting a plot of land, all expense paid trip, and cash gifts as well. Also to announce some new subsidiaries, the board has approved the acquisition of an existing fund manager license. We should be writing SEC in the next few weeks for change of name and directors of this new license being acquired.
All right, sir. So what it's 10th anniversary for Gtext, the real estate development, the real estate arm of the company. What does this mean for Nigeria's, real estate company? What improvement will your organization make in that sector?
Well, for us, is just the beginning. 10 years just means you now have your footing. You have a foundation. In a world where companies crash in 2 to 3 years, so if your real estate arm has stood the test of time in 10 years, it means your foundation is solid. For us now, we are ready to consolidate. We had a pause on our housing projects in Nigeria and focus more on Dubai and other parts of the world. Now we're ready to push that because the dollar is stabilizing now. But the wisdom for us was we then acquire more land. So we now have enough land. And you see, what people don't know is that the shortages in Nigeria is the land. It's not the housing over time. Over time, we'll have serious issues. And we've also not used our land well. We needed to go more vertical with our lands. I don't think, for example, a city like Lagos should approve any 2-story building anymore. It should be minimum 6 stories. It's just because Lagos is becoming your new Manhattan. So for us, we know that aggressive, housing is the new face, and that's also why the fund manager license we're acquiring, that's a SEC license, will allow us to go raise more money with the capital market and be able to fund a lot of this construction. But we spent the last 5 years to focus more on acquisition. We have more than 30 locations in more than 10 states that we've solidly secured lands, and so it's time to build.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.